What's up guys, Hades here. I hope you guys have been farming gnomes because today is all about spending those enchant crystals. I've been farming the entire last day and a half. I almost have my Alex weapon ready, but I finally have my Con 60 everything, which means it's time to make a video about the modifications that we can equip on our gear. Now, there's a lot to talk about when it comes to modifications, and I'm going to dispel a few things that people might not understand, and I'm going to clarify a lot of misconceptions there are here. So, once you are 60, you now have the ability to refresh your attributes. If you've already gotten to 100 and you didn't have enough fragments to get to 60, you'll notice that here I am unable to refresh on a gear that's not 60. So of course, once this is 60, I'm going to want to re-roll it because I can make it way better. Now, how do we know if a modification is good? Well, there's this buff preview here, and this shows you all the possible attributes that could be in any slot, and you can have up to 5 slots. So you can have just base physical attack, physical defense, magical attack, magical defense. And this is the attributes power level, right? So it can be a minimum of 10 attack or a maximum of 100. So a good example is my quiver. These show red, and when they are red, that means they are at or near the max of the potential. So for physical attack, 85 physical attack, the maximum is 100. If I'm at 85, it becomes red because it's very close to 100. It means that it's good. Now, I believe the numbers are about the top 20%. If it's in the highest 20%, it becomes red. So another example, crit rate, 3%. So I scroll down and I find crit rate, which is here, and I actually hit the absolute maximum, which means this is a very good artifact because I was looking for crit rate on my con, and I wanted physical damage, and then the other two are bonus. Now you have to decide if the bonuses are worth it or not. Critical damage received is decent. If the opponent has like an Alex, this becomes useless because Alex and Hannibal don't really crit. But if they're using a mage with a crit rate artifact, then this starts to have some value. And then of course my magical attack does nothing when it's on a con, right? He can't do magical damage. And the 5th slot is empty. So I would rate this artifact probably an A+, S+, or S being the highest. It's very good. I would probably not re-roll this for a very long time. However, that's not to say if I had 1,000 tries, I probably could make something better and have 5 useful stats. Now, this can happen to you a lot. You're gonna roll a single modification and you're gonna get 4 blanks. Now, this is going to be difficult, but you will have to re-roll this at some point. Now, this is where I need to explain efficiency. You can see down here, these are the extra ranging forgings I have, and I have 14 of them, and it costs 1 per reroll. Now, if I reroll this, there's a high chance I get something like magical attack, or magical defense, or magical attack plus, or dodge value, or anything that I don't really want or need, and I'm gonna lose this 4.5% attack, which is very good. Look at this. The maximum is 5%, and I already have 4.5, which means when I'm looking for raw damage on my con, this is a very good equipment. And this is probably not something I'm going to re-roll anytime soon. Same thing goes with my hood. I got a 4.1 single, so I'm missing 4 here. So eventually these are going to need to be re-rolled, but I'll explain why I haven't. I only have 9 extra range forging masks. If I can't get a better one in 9 attempts, I'm going to be stuck with something worse, right? So I'm going to wait until I have more range forging masks before I attempt to make a reroll. I'm going to want 50 or more so that I have more opportunities to land on something better than what I already started with. And that's the key here. Now for this video, I will be re-rolling my weapon, even though it's pretty good. I got 1.7% attack and 1.7 physical damage. These are both very good on con. However, I can do better because you can see here 4.1% attack is already better than this, right? Add them together, you get 2.8. 2.8 isn't very good, wouldn't even be red. So I'm going to reroll purples, and I have 23 tries. Now, I don't recommend you do this with only 23 tries. This video could turn very bad very quickly, and that's okay. I'm willing to do that for content so that you guys don't make mistakes. So when I click refresh, I'm going to get a random number of abilities. This one gave me physical defense and dodge rate. On my con, that is not something I want. I'm hunting for physical attack percent, crit rate, physical damage percent, and any sort of crit bonus or any sort of defense on a would also be decent if it's combined with those. Resilience and magical attack, no value. Dodge value is not good for me. Crit and magical attack, this would be very good for mage. If I got this on a mage, I would stop, but this is not a mage, this is useless. 2% physical attack, 91 physical attack. This is pretty similar to the one I had before, right? Except I also got the almost 100, right? 91 is red because it's almost 100. So this would be a pretty good... Oh no, this is physical defense. Excuse me. That's not good. Magical attack. Physical attack 3.6%. It's way higher than it was. Dodge rate is decent. Accuracy is decent. Magical attack's useless. This is probably a good stopping spot for this video because I made an upgrade, right? I went from like 2.8% to 3.6%. So I added over 1% attack. I also got a bit of dodge rate and I got a bit of accuracy. I'm like 98% accuracy, so every little bit of accuracy is very valuable so that I don't miss. Of course, if I wanted to make the perfect artifact, I would need to keep going. But for the sake of this video and not keeping it too long, I would stop here. And if I were you in these type of situations, I would probably stop because we don't want to end up running out and being stuck with something like magical attack percent on a ranged character, right? So yeah. That's how this works. If you didn't know, I hope you understand it a little better now. And if you like these videos, make sure to leave a like and a comment, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.